Alright, it is time to do some more Limitless Mod goofing. So, once again, the Limitless Mod is a mod that makes every 5-point skill into a 100-point skill. It also gives you 10 skill points per level, so we're level 50, we have 500 skill points, and somehow it just kind of works with a good amount of mods. And today's mod that we're pairing it with is Recoded. This is a mod that generally makes the game kind of chill, kind of on the easier side, overhauls skill trees, replaces every single item in the game, and is honestly just kind of a fun little romp. It's on the easy side. You can definitely just like farm out dudes pretty darn fast with it. We have loaded up a boosted character to go ahead and test the character out here in a lower difficulty area. Boosted characters in Recoded do start with UVHM unlocked, and they are level 50. So we are in TVHM right now. We're going to fight TVHM Terra. We're going to spec out the character first, of course. But then we're going to go do that just to see how it feels. We'll bump up to a level 80 OP10 character, and then we'll just do the full tomfoolery from there. So to start, we're going to look at our skill trees. Our right tree is very tank oriented. There's just a lot of tanky stuff. We don't need it. Literally, here is a skill that for every okay, we're invincible. That's it. That's all you need to know. 20 points. Congratulations, you now tank everything. You literally take no damage. I can throw a grenade at my foot and theoretically, if it weren't a sticky homing nade, would just blow up and I would take no damage. We're invulnerable. Congratulations, 20 points of investment. We still have 479 more skill points to work with. We can put them literally wherever we want. Left tree for a little bit of turret duration and a little bit of turret damage and stuff. Or no, this is, it's damage for him and me. Okay. So yeah, 2000% damage for us and turret. Sure. While turret is out, get a bunch of gun damage and explosive damage and reload speed. Class mods are also affected by Limitless, so these are like 10 times more potent. So just 1 point there gives us 500% gun damage and explosive damage. That's cool, love that. Let's get Maglock, let's get our Barrage, let's get 2 times turrets, let's get Slag turrets, let's get Nuke, because why not? Let's give them an EMP shield. And then like, we could literally do whatever we want. If we want increased burst count, I'm assuming that's for us, then we could do that. Oh, it's also for turret? Okay, we could go ahead and do that. Sure, 200 shot burst on turret, why not just go ahead and do that? I'll leave Fort and Fury alone for right now. We have 272 more skill points to work with. Middle tree, this is the spice. This skill is Gunpowder General. It's normally a 1-point skill. The mod makes it 100 points. I don't know if it works properly, so we're going to have to find out. But basically, for every time you hit an enemy with explosive damage, you get 1% more explosive damage, 1% explosive damage resistance, and 1% fire rate. So if we have multiple points in this, that means we can get 100% explosive damage per stack on every single instance of explosive damage dealt. That's insane. We're going to try that. I don't know if it'll work, but it probably does. Let's go ahead and buff our grenade damage further. Let's get a little bit of some swap speed because I like having a snappy character. We could get some more ADS stuff there, not really too worried about it. Kill skills, we don't need them. Malleable manufacturers, we might actually go ahead and do. Let's put 1 point into military regime. This is Ranger as a capstone that can normally fit 50 points in this mod, so 100 is hilarious. Why not? Just go ahead and put a point there because our class mod buffs it. And then, like, yeah, we still have 34 more points left over. We can get more DR, max health, and explosive damage. We can get more gun damage, and then benefits based on what weapon we're holding, which, honestly, for point investment, probably is a good idea. So let's go ahead and just do that. There we go. And then, yeah, we can just spend the rest of our skill points wherever. I think Fort and Fury is probably the dump stat, so let's just do that for right now. We have an SMG called Copyright Infringement. It's Hyperion, but it shoots Torg pellets that are explosive. Let's go shoot Target Dummy with this, and then see if it does give 100% more damage per shot fired, because that would be really stupid. Also, yeah, I did not point it out directly, but we have 114 grenade capacity. I guess we just have infinite grenade potential. I can't even afford to replenish it. You could sit here all day and just mash out the grenade button. Or it'll cap out if you buy one. Okay, that also works. That works a lot better. Well, there we go. Now we have 114 grenades to our name. Let's test out Gunpowder General. I don't think this does more than 1 point worth of investment. So instead of buffing that, we should probably buff Fire Rate, and then also look for weapons that have the Dove prefix in this mod, because Dove does make ammo cost -1, and you can get 2 accessories on an item in this mod, so you could get a -2 ammo cost, which would give ammo back, or at least reduce cost if you're firing a gun that consumes more ammo per shot. So, like, you know, this is still pretty good. We just probably want Fire Rate and Dove instead. I could get some ammo regen for having turret out. That actually would probably be a really good idea. So that's 20% of our ammo reserve per second. And then if we just got some extra stockpile, there, 150% more ammo capacity in our stockpile alongside 150% mag. So like that's probably just insane as it is. Maybe I'll put some more points into weapon swap speed and then just kind of stat dump more damage. So there we go. Now we just have more damage since we don't have to spec Gunpowder General so much, and we can go ahead and just buff more fire rate and more stuff like that. Let me throw out turret so that we just have that active. Oh, we regen so fast that it's fine. Okay, well, let's go over to Terra then. Alright, bring it on, buddy. Interesting. I almost want to... Hold on, yeah, actually... When we get to level 80 OP10, I'm just gonna not spec damage and I'll only spec fire rate. I'm so curious about doing that. Okay, so yep, here at level 80, 700 and... Well, actually 800 skill points. I've already got 2 invested. Let's go ahead and just do this. Alright, cool. Now we're infinitely tanky again. That's pretty neat. Love that. Let's go into middle tree. Let's just max out Demolitionist because we have the skill points for it now. So that is 500% damage. Let's go ahead and max this one out too. That is 1000% more damage. Let's go ahead and put a couple points into this just to get the swap speed going. Let's max out Military Regime, because why not just get that going as well. 200% gun damage, crit damage, fire rate, mag size, reload, swap speed, and other stuff. Okay. And then we can buff our Suppressing Fire, because this is Metal Storm. I know I said I wasn't going to get our damage skills. I'll just get these two. It's fine. We're definitely not insanely overpowered already. This already isn't too far gone. I should definitely respec, but I'm just not gonna. It's fine. There we go. And now we still have 334 more skill points to work with. Well, let's get more fire rate here. And then I guess whatever else we're gonna do is just kind of whatever we're gonna do at this point. There's just... we have nothing else we need. Let's get that ammo, just in case. But, like, yeah, I have too many points. We need damage, basically, at this point. Let's get some mag size, and then, yeah, we'll just dump into damage. Okay, yep, so this is the build. Lots of damage, lots of fire rate, all the good Axton stuff that you would want. 227 grenades to our name right now, without a class mod to actually do buffs or anything like that. So let's actually spawn in some class mods and have some looks at stuff. Okay, so for our class mod options, Terra's Guardian. This gives a lot more mag size, swap speed, And a little bit of turret stuff. Okay, probably won't do that one. Armada. This gives mag, swap, add ADS, fire rate, more fire rate, less malleable, and hold the line. This might be the move. Also military regime, more fire rate there, so we'll favorite that one. Military regime class mod. Mag size, ammo, military regime, a bunch of stuff we're not using. Got it, got it. Defender. This is tanky skills. That's also a lot of passive ammo gen. And then the assembler, turret, gun damage, and fire rate, plus to a couple turret things over here. And then also plus to military regime. Probably don't need this. I'm going to be honest, I think the Armada is just going to be the move. I could go look at the other class mods as well. We'll get at least the Slayer of the Seraphs as we're like progressing here and testing stuff out. But this is probably pretty good. Let's go get the Effervescent class mod, just because why not? Also, I just saw my reserve. I have way too much pistol ammo. That sucks. 23,000 SMG bullets, almost 15 pistol, almost 20 assault rifle. Like, that's just, this is too much. Axton is eating way too good. Oh. That's not even the fastest this launcher can fire either. Hold on. We can put a salvo stock on it. So now it's a hybrid. Yep. That's a thing. Cool. Love that. Okay. Here is the last class mod that I wanted. So turret burst count fire rate, or turret burst fire count, turret gun damage, fire rate, and explosive damage. And then it gives plus to some stuff that would be useful. It also provides that super aggressive ammo regen. Okay, so yeah, we probably don't need that. We can probably just run Armada since it gives plus to a lot of the goofy silly skills that we actually want to mess around with here. Let's go to the worm. Alright. I have spawn multiplier on. I'm gonna try to crash the game. Check this rocket launcher out. Alright, now let's do... Oh my god, that's so loud. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's cool. Let's go bully more dudes, I guess. I had on spawn multiplier, and that yep, that crashes if you do that. Yep, okay. That's fair. Bully him. Yeah, that checks out. Okay, that's cool. Let's let turret beat up the next one. Go ahead and just speed up time a little bit to get these boys to spawn. And let's see if turrets can do it solo. Probably. As long as they don't, like, freak out too much. Is basically what I'm seeing. Yeah. Alright, well, let's put... Where did that turret go? Oh, okay. Let's cool down turrets. You can do that by holding down B in this mod. Let's throw out 2 fresh turrets. Okay. Yeah, that seems pretty good. I might as well help them out a little bit. That was a little more than I expected it to do, but that works. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, that works. This is so dumb. This fire rate is so insane. Hold on, let me make this dove again. Wait. Like, you know, that's pretty good. Okay. Oh, we can actually draw stuff. That's kind of fun. Alright, I'm fighting Dexy on request. Yep, his health bar takes Grenade Splash very well. Or I popped a pimple. I think I popped a pimple. Yeah, that checks out. Okay. Well, he's a good health bar to test DPS on. Like, let me throw out turret to enhance our damage even further. One of the few bosses that can actually tolerate this amount of DPS if you don't hit a pimple on accident. It's kind of funny. Okay. Alright, Veracitus is getting the grenade treatment. Bring it on, sir. Alright, that's not doing anything. I have another plan. The bread basket. That applies so much knockback. It's physically pushing me away. I can't walk any closer. Oh no, he has a shield. If only— hold on, I'm not touching the ground. Please? Okay, cool. Oh no, he has a shield. Quick. Shock equivalent, go. It pushes you so far away. Oh, please. I just want to walk. Why is the light— oh wait, is it because of the increased grenade blast radius or something? It is. That's okay, that makes a lot of sense, actually. That makes a lot more sense. What does it do to a grenade jumper then? Hold on, let's get out of here and like out into the open. Oh. That's actually not that bad. I thought it would be doing more. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's also use the Breath of Terra while we're here, just to see what that'll do to him. Honestly, not an insane amount. We're having 500%, 1000%. It's not explosive, so we can't count that one. We're having a lot of damage. That just seems kind of lower than I expected. Okay, interesting. Okay, I'm just gonna start blasting. Please. Thank you. Okay, that sucked. Oh, Slayer of the Seraphs. What do you do in this mod? But in this, I guess. It's obviously a part of the mod. So it does that. It does Onslaught. And then a bunch of tankiness. Right. This is the Uber Tank com. Well, back off of that then. Yo, it's the Evanescence gun again. Nice. Am I gonna try to fight Pete with an explosive weapon? I think I am. I mean, like, it'll probably go well, right? It's this thing. Severely cracked out. I don't think the game likes it. I'm gonna hold it down. I regret holding it down. I've spawned a void, though, so that's kind of cool. Okay. Alright, so maybe we just tap fire this thing. Maybe we tap fired a little more prolonged because it's funny. Oh my goodness. They really need to stop spawning in. I don't know what they're thinking at this point. Starting to wonder if I have a spawn multiplier turned on. No, they just choose this. Got him. Alright, here's another weapon I want to test out. It shoots skulls. You know where this is going. I'm gonna crack it out. Hold on. Okay. You know what? I might just try to... Actually, hold on. Is that already Firerate? Yeah, that's already Firerate. I'll take Kratos on it, but I don't really need Bastion. Okay, let's go outside. We've tuned the weapon. Oh my god. Oh, that's instantly upset. Okay. Is it did it crash? No, it's trying. I think the Maelstrom effect is actually slowing down the fire rate compared to not having that. Oh, yep, video. Okay, that's fair. Okay. Oh yeah, I don't take self-damage, huh? I am alive? Okay. Hold on, Pete. We gotta talk. Okay, so apparently doing that tanks everything. I apologize if the video looks horrible whenever I do this. That's fair. Okay, so we're not going to use that. That's really funny, though. But we're not going to use that weapon. While we're in the same vein of just trying to blow stuff up, hold on. This Queen Bee item is really funny, but if I get a shield, I can make it worse. Okay, so this is basically just the peak opener, and this is basically just the easy mode. But pairing them together makes this not consume ammo. Also, this fires singularities. And darts. Hey, Pete. Hold on. Let's go to Pete. Hey, Pete. That went surprisingly well by comparison. Huh. Can I make this worse? Okay, the game's still sad. Okay, there we go. Alright, Hyperius. Meet overkill. Fair. I will definitely need to spec out of fire rate and spec into damage, I think. Or just not do literally that. That'd be so much easier. Alright, let's try this again. That wasn't so bad. Alright, this leads us to our last boy. We're just gonna fight him. No Son of Craw today because, like, we don't really need to fight Son of Craw. Oh, are you mechanically... Oh, you're being your mechanical self. Well, hold on. Well, we can use the Queen Bee to keep him on the puddle. Like that. Okay, well, I might as well go wait. Okay. Jump him. I need to stop using that. There we go. Yep. This is just how this works. Also, how big is the mag on this? 200. I mean, it has the dove prefix on it, so I literally don't have to worry about that. I guess I could make it something else if I really wanted to. We could add even more fire rate, theoretically. A little bit. Not much. Like, literally point not much. Yeah. 99% sure anything you fought would go away well before you ran out of ammo or had to reload with this. That makes sense. And also, once again, this has been a fun little romp with the Limitless mod paired with literally any other mod. We're going to do a couple more of these. I'm probably going to do one final run of Recoded before BL4 comes out. And then whenever BL4 comes out, we're playing BL4. Lots of BL4, probably, realistically. I'm trying to decide who I'm going to play. I want to play Rafa because he seems pretty fast, but he also seems kind of like the generic character in terms of like running around doing stuff. So like, I'm on the fence. Vex also looks pretty good after I've actually looked at her skill tree properly. So I'm kind of tempted to play her. We'll just see what we do. But yeah, that is it for this mod and for today.